one of the benefits I've learned over a period of time is that during this recovery, it is imperative to be consistent. And I'm just borrowing the words of the educators that I've personally worked with, and um, why we want to see this program continue, because of not only because of the funds, but because it empowers the community. It also brings families together. It gives families an opportunity to do more outreach. Volunteers. Listen, I know not everybody's going to have extra free time, but between now and fall, um, there are projects, there are things that you can do. You can get ideas off of Pinterest. There are amazing ideas that we can work well together. You don't have to have same political views when it comes to working with people with disabilities. The thing is, because of all the concerns, security, background checks, and things like that, those are obviously in place for that reason. So, but most people who have the ability to work with the public or can work with the public, there's probably a lot more, probably a lot more options for somebody who maybe is in a better position. We're just laying the groundwork for a lot of this right now, but down the road, if you haven't already noticed, like at programs, orphans programs like Glade Run, and programs like Second Mile, these programs were intended to help troubled families with troubled children. That's why these programs are ultimately changing back to what it was meant to be. It was about engaging with the community. Children's homes like Lutheran Home that was changed over to Glade Run, I guess what I ask is the same questions that most of the community should be asking, is how to keep these programs running and maintain these programs with, and obviously if it hadn't been for the community funds and support, probably most of those programs wouldn't even exist. We're talking about programs that have been around for over 100 years. So to me, keeping these programs well funded is not just the issue in itself, it's keeping the program going because of volunteers, because of people who help clean up stalls, who clean up bathrooms, just little jobs. I know this firsthand. When you volunteer, you get much more out of it than, um, to me, this is just my experience, of course, because I have volunteered, and because I was a domestic violence survivor, I had to learn right off early in that I had to learn how to do, not just sit there and wallow in the pain, but try to do something to help uh, other people. And that's how my recovery, it expedited my recovery much more. And that's when I started to recognize that the issues that was going on with me personally. So to me, when you help each other, when you work with other people, and you educate yourself, go back to school, things like this, these are the things that can help get somebody from really the bottom of the barrel to moving on and recovering. It's about recovery. Most people stay stuck in the problem. They don't look at the solutions. They don't look at the answers. They just stay there wallowing in it, and the whole point is to not stay in it long enough where you become paralyzed by the experience, or again afraid to reach out. So this is another way to break the silence, and I just illustrated it in the first video, but again, this is just about continuing and maintaining that programming consistent. And the more people that stay connected and stay involved, you'll see long-term results. I promise you, and I guarantee. It's all about staying focused and staying hooked in and plugged in. Thank you for listening to this broadcast and post. Thank you.